back-to-back SEC games for North Florida. Tennessee, they've been home for their just game 2 for the Ospreys. Felix Okpara rejection. Tennessee wants to run. Gillespie to the rim. In the paint, this might be one of the more prosperous paint presences that Rick Barnes has had in his team.
You look at Jalen Carey and J.P. Estrella, Felix Okpara on the floor, Cade Phillips on the floor.
Gillespie 1 for 2 at the line. Talented transfer from Maryland. Other end, North Florida 3 from Mason. Can get that bucket. Different lineup for head coach Rick Barnes. Game 3, Tennessee's had a different lineup in all.
We talked about this before, but it's good for these guys to see someone other than orange and white and have some real competition.
And now Gillespie has his pocket pick from Jackson. Jackson all the way down. Smooth pass and finish.
You know, this right here can keep an underdog into a ball game, especially early.
From Mercer, they cut that down to 12 Saturday against Northern Kentucky, but Coach
18 and 19.
Ball's looking to settle in after an aggressive start from North. Defensive Jim. Ament on the other end using his length.
Yeah.
Really up-tempo play here in the first 3 minutes of this one. Tennessee generates a turnover.
If you want playing time come SEC play, you better make the most of what you got right now. In their last game, you know, a bit of a coming out party for him.
Jumper good. Cameron. Here's J.P. Estrella. He's had a great start to the year. Followed his shot. Estrella cuts North Florida's lead to 2. A deep 3 from Jackson. No good. Gillespie all alone. And pass stolen. Henderson. Freshman Henderson looking for fellow freshman Ament. Henderson. He's a sharpshooter. Here's Lee out to Oriole.
Good extra
Wide
pass.
open as Devin Hines can't connect that for 16 seasons.
Yeah, and this place means everything to him, right? You know, he cut his teeth coaching that sense. And you look down at his arm and he's got goosebumps because it means something to him.
Amen. A good is 1 for 3 to start his evening. J.P. Estrella going to work. He's
The ball on the interior.
From the top of the key off the mark. Trey. So far, Tennessee's done that this year. Amen. 3. Rims out. Appearance to this one. We get that much bit better.
And oftentimes the nice beautiful cut, man. That's an out. So will they come into this environment intimidated, or will they come in ready to play?
Against Mercer, the paint did good work. First half against Northern Kentucky, 10 made threes.
Barnes say that once, I've heard him say it 1,000 times. Play off of 2 feet.
Tennessee relying on several key freshmen, a couple of key transfers. Really hard take at the rim for North Florida within 5 here in the first half. Wide open 3 again from the corner. This
from right to left, you draw Tennessee, draw the help defender, and more, in my opinion, and can take Tennessee to their first ever Final Four.
That has been the goal for this Tennessee that you have to replace.
Well, we talked about continuity, and this is the one thing that's a beauty, making Tennessee move.
Hines baseline, swinging the ball. Okpara, huge swing. They've got the height advantage.
They do.
3 on the shot clock. Oriole has to launch one and banks it in.
But he's got the confidence.
Okpara on the other end tries one from the top. He's in a much bigger role as a starter and now is being asked to be a go-to scorer.
That Coach Kennan is not going to have in his repertoire, in his arsenal for the first few games, first few months of the season. No reason why a team that has the lack of size should be offensive rebounding the way that they are. He shoots the ball, you just think that it's going in.
Kent Jackson answers on the other end.
Kent Jackson.
First half, Tennessee with 2. Inbounds Estrella, open rim, the flush. Play on the perimeter.
No, and Tennessee, these are not emergency switches. They're just switching. And sometimes
but Dwayne Brown is there. Amen. Feeding Estrella, and he's dominating.
He's going to put it up and score.
8 points and 4 rebounds for Estrella inside, and that's an Osprey prospect out of Maine. Foot surgery took away a lot of his second year, but he seems Tennessee dominating in the paint offensively. North Florida looking for an answer, and there it is.
Defense, help side defense, just being a little late.
Estrella for three, the big man. Now he's added the three-pointer to his arsenal. Threes are flying on.
He moved.
Estrella again. Can't connect. Whole building would have been
Tomorrow.
North Florida, they are an up-tempo team. They don't mind to shoot the three. It feels like they're
In the first half.
fantastic first half so far for North Florida. That is a deep three from Kent.
The size that they employ.
Ament from the wing draws the foul.
And rebounds overall than Tennessee.
Nate Ament at the. It's a team that got out-rebounded by Florida 64-20.
You know, Tennessee has 5 big guys that can go in and utilize their. That's how, again, you stay in a basketball game.
Steal for Tennessee. Transition. Amari Abram, a reverse game for lack of offense from Tennessee, shooting 54% from the floor. They've made 5 of their last 6.
You need to capitalize on all the turnovers that you can get.
Gillespie off the screen. In and out. Kate Phillips. Ament. Deflection. Gillespie hits the deck. Abram throws it up. Phillips! That last one, how do you come out of that break?
Well, you got to come out and you got to do something extraordinary like this right here. But you just turn it over.
4 turnovers in the last 2 minutes for North Florida. Smooth finish on the other.
Left, yeah, I'll do it, and I'll finish off the glass.
He's got the swag, right? The headband, the one.
Have really challenged Tennessee to step up their intensity and effort on the defensive end.
Oriole, ill-advised pass, ball still loose. Phillips on the deck. Abram for 3. Tennessee, some pressure on coaching high school ball. Fun homecoming for Dante. Drive in. Philippine, 11-0 run currently for the Vols. Ament, contact to the line. That's a lot of what Coach
when SEC arrives, SEC play arrives, that is.
Ament has fully bought into this. Put on 20 pounds, Steve, since April when he committed.
Well, and that just speaks to, yeah, what a challenge that's going to be, huh?
Drive in from Hines, can't get it to go. Eve in traffic and almost look like a guard.
Yeah, the ceiling is just high release point. You know, you can't say enough great things about it.
Well, off the mark from the free throw line that time around. We're trying to find Estrella inside. And it's Kent Jackson had the green light. It's a scoring drought for North Florida. They don't have a point in the last 4.5 minutes. He's had the green light all night. Creates an open Oriole. Can't buy it. Bird left open to the free throw line. He's got 2 points in his first.
Himself to be a worthy candidate to solidify a start.
What a dime from the talented freshman. 5 seconds between shot and game. Oriole baseline way off. Is about as tough as it gets for a first-year head coach. But he's been with this program now for 7.
Through preseason this year to build that teamwork, that sense of family. And it's got to be off at some point. You know, you just take off. You have to have those long.
SEC Freshman of the Week after 2 games. Here's the oop to Phillips.
Pass in the finish. Kate Phillips.
Tennessee fully clicking now at this point. And finally,
by Mason Lee. They're going to need more production from him.
7th 3 of the game for North Florida as a team with 19 against Florida. Tennessee has turned up the defensive
yard. You got to lock down the person that you're guarding, because if you can't, if they blow by, it gets you in rotation.
Gillespie off the screen. Another lob for Kate Phillips.
Night long.
Kate Phillips with 8 points, and 3 of them have been
into the heart of the paint and running him off of either side of a screen.
Away.
Yeah, that's just a great illustration there of just trying to do too much, right? If you're Nate Ament, man, you got to go straight up with it.
Here's a 3 from the left side. Offensive board, Phillips. Abram about as open as you could get. Ball is roster turnover. You're going to lose guys at the transfer portal and then at Florida, because they've done that.
Yeah, you look no further than Chad.
Gillespie, 3. Can't get it. Estrella everywhere. Phillips everywhere. 2 more shots for Tennessee.
And wanted him to read the book and to come to find out later on. Yeah, look.
Yeah, Coach Kinnan, hard foul there. Coach Tennessee will say the same thing, obviously.
It speaks to someone. Jazamir comes from a wonderful family, and he's just a byproduct of that family.
Get him on the broadcast, we would.
You got to work on that.
Yeah, this would have been the one. Give away
man's strength. He's gonna be better.
Get Jackson off the back. Amen. In position. Can't hit it. He's coming. Jackson amongst the Tennessee big men. Couldn't get it, but a great Tennessee in the game. That's the 4th freshman that has seen the court so far for Tennessee. Amen. Offense running through Kent Jackson, and a good layup. Where both teams trading buckets here about midway through the second half. Amen looking for his first 3 of the night. No good. It's been so good tonight. Evans the other way. 2 shots coming up. Evans games for Tennessee out tonight. Guy like Amari Evans, these are the games where you have to prove yourself.
He's going to be your day 1 starter. You got someone like Felix Akpar. Your simple answer is depth. They're going to be best at depth. And I know that's not a great answer. Guys, maybe 8 guys that they could count on night in and night out. That's a deep bench he's got right now.
Have shown that they deserve to be in. Big moments for them here as Gillespie. And the free throw number is something that Coach loves. Coach Barnes is going to love 17.
Much stiffer competition, especially when SEC play starts, man. The charity stripe can be the deal. It has 40 paint points.
Estrella.
I wasn't allowed to.
Oh.
Yeah, this is old school basketball and me talking. Today's game, man, is get up and down, the flow. It's changed so essential big guy that can play outside as well as inside. He's hungry, and again, he's very coachable, and something tells me harassing the officials wanting a foul call against the home team.
That is as loud as it will get. A guy that didn't miss a beat at all.
He's really worked all summer long, and not having
a big second year that he didn't get to live out.
Yeah, he's going to live up to the hype. You know, I call him the main man.
But some, again, valuable minutes for another young player on this Tennessee roster they're excited about.
Another learning opportunity to the baseline to make an easier pass.
Good ball movement for Tennessee. Gillespie hits his
offense.
Estrella and Brown.
But you look at his stature. You know, he's got a college-ready body.
And that is one of the fun wrinkles for Tennessee that they haven't typically had. And just to see him into perennial stars in the league.
Yeah, you go back to someone like Kyle Alexander.
Yep. Guys, one, out of foul trouble that you have these bodies. You hopefully have continuity when you do make those subs.
Broke it now. You know, you need to run some more sets for him.
A 3 on the other end for Tennessee the evening. A very quick answer for Tennessee. Jackson again firing and hits.
And Iverson cut. Got wide open for the 3.
Amen wants another. He can't hit. Defense from Okpara. Masamba on Hines inside. Great.
Winning the next 4 minutes. Now all of a sudden, 20-point lead. Can you carve into it a little more?
Luke. A lot of athletes in that family. 3 from Oriole. Oh, sends a man flying. Can't finish the highlight play. Offensive rebounds every minute into this game. North Florida was winning the rebounding battle despite being at a severe disadvantage in height. Some of that too, just game fatigue. North Florida came out really jumpy, really aggressive.
Being intimidated. Again, we talked about them going to Exact Tech Arena as the block party.
First 5 games, as you mentioned, to figure some things out about yourself as a team. And then That's when you go head-to-head with some of the
chemistry, and it's going to take some time.
Yeah, 2 significant losses. Guys that are going to need to step up and be that locker room presence. Tennessee.
That is sorely missed from last year. I know that Coach Barnes would really like for that to be situations like Tennessee, no doubt, is going to face this year. He has acquitted himself very well. That's a good big-to-big pass.
Oh, Akara utilized it, particularly down the stretch of that first half and in the second. North Florida 3 ends. Misses the 3 on the other end. Henderson, smooth jump shot off the mark. Mason Lee, redshirt sophomore out of Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Players in these lineups, they're not full strength as well. Gillespie altered.
You want to finish by extending the lead even more, playing even harder, playing tougher, getting possession counts.
What's going to be the one?
The lack of intensity from the start in terms of what
Tournament in 2015, 3 conference regular season titles as an assistant.
You like the challenge, right? But you want to make sure. Great move by Dante.
Built a fantastic staff to guide this Osprey team through this first season with him. All-A son, one of the best players in this program's history. So that's a great staff he's got with him.
Can't say enough of out there that could win that tournament.
And a really compelling rematch of that high physicality matchup anytime Houston and Tennessee takes the court.
Ooh, good ball fake. Out. Battle.
A must watch in Vegas. Like
be called a blue blood of basketball.
You talk about not being able to have a true turnaround test like you might see in March. Kind of have an idea in March, but this one.
Yeah, and that's going to be good. Chips have been certainly down. You're down by 28 points, but they have kept fighting. And I think that speaks not done today, Andy. Every one of their student athletes, the chop.
That is unbelievable. An incredible moment for you. And to see kind of the family relation.
We really haven't seen a whole lot out of Dwayne Brown tonight. Not the playing time as we've seen in
who you're playing against, and maybe even ride the hot hand too.
And I think he did that tonight. That is Coach Barnes. You know, J.P. Estrella had Phillips played well tonight also. And sometimes, as you just mentioned,
production for one, but it just shows how much depth and trust Tennessee has in their paint players. Huge block on the other end. Oliver out to the corner, and a last chance 3 here for the Osprey. Still a chance. Abram inside Estrella. North Florida drawing something up with 5 now on the game clock. Estrella. Oh, Tennessee, 3 guys with 17+ points on this Tennessee team as well. Shared the love.